Hey everybody, I'm going to do a little bit of a more ranty video today, but at least with me I have somebody cool to keep you occupied. Alpha here. A couple people were asking to see him again. And also in addition, I don't know if any of you guys listen to podcasts, he had a bit of a mouth issue. I think he struck the front of the tub and as you can see his face is looking pretty good. But today's topic I want to talk a little bit on a more serious note. And right before I get into that again, I'm just going to keep tangenting this. I apologize. We're in here because there's a whole lot going on, and I'll give you guys an update to what's going on with that really soon in the near future. But we're kind of running out of our usual filming spaces, so that's why we're in here. And there's going to be probably another video or two that will be also filmed in here. So movie magic going away. But so today's topic I want to talk to you a little bit about, and then if any of you guys are in the hobby or if you watch some of the larger reptile YouTube channels, you probably know a little bit about that. And that is what is going on right now with the reptile and exotic community on a federal level. And that is right now a bill has been proposed and introduced on the federal level. It's sitting at Senate committee right now as a traveling exotic animal ban. And so, again, if you guys have watched any of the larger ones, I'm probably going to piggyback a little bit on some of the things that they talked about, specifically Brian Barczyk's video. I know everyone has opinions about him, but you should absolutely go watch that video. He does an amazing job of clarifying everything, summing it up to it's very understandable and digestible, and he makes a lot of very good points. So regardless of your opinion of Brian, I absolutely recommend that you go watch that video, and I'm going to piggyback on a little bit of the things that he says in this video. So what this means is that there could be, as what happened earlier about in Oregon and in the Carolinas about a traveling animal ban, they're doing it under, animal rights groups are trying to do this to slowly chip away our ability to keep any and all animals in domestication. Anything, zoos, testing, education, whatever it may be, that's eventually going away, pets of all sorts. And so what this basically means for implications for people like me is that we will no longer be able to do educational programs and moving animals. It will be illegal for us to actually travel with those animals with the exception of to the vet, and that is it. There's a whole list of species right now. Boa constrictors like this guy are not on that list, but that's where it starts. There are some species that make usual contenders for reptile educational programs like tortoises. Any tortoise. Sulcatas, redfoots, leopards, little Russians. Every single one of those are on that list. So that would make it illegal for me, a teacher, anybody to go to Boy Scout, Girl Scout, retirement homes, libraries, schools, any of those programs, birthday parties, to show people about these things. It will no longer be able to do so, as well as monitor lizards. And that goes everywhere from the Asian water monitors all the way down to Remus, our little Ackie monitor, because they're all still the Salvador species. That's all not the Salvador species, that's the water monitor, I apologize. It's all the varanids. That's all the monitors. It doesn't have a list about size or anything like that. And that's where it starts. And then slowly they will keep adding to it to the point where no one will be able to do so. And so, number one, that already hurts me a lot because it's taken me a long time to finally figure out what I love and what I want to do, which is just spread my knowledge, love, and passion about animals, reptiles specifically, with as many people as I can to hopefully make an impact that way. But what that also means is that it directly impacts all the people that I'm trying to reach too. As I've said before in a lot of other videos, if people don't know about it, how can they ever care about it? And so that's what the point of me and all those other, as I said before again, all those guys that show up at your school, at your library, that always have the big yellow python every single time, myself included, that there's a spark that happens. A lot of times people don't get an opportunity to see animals like that in real life, up close, sometimes even in being able to touch them. And when that happens, there's a spark that happens. Where are you going, Alf? That you didn't know about it, and then you start to see it, and you wonder, and you appreciate, and then you understand, and then you respect, and you love, and then that spreads to a whole lot of other things, and that could eventually spread to a passion in people for animals, for conservation, for everything in the natural world, that all starts with the spark of being able to see a ball python at their Boy Scout troop meeting, And that's what this is that, I'm an advocate for animal welfare. Every single thing that we do, every single thing that I try to do on my channel is hopefully steps forward and the betterment of keeping these animals, not just breeding them for profit, but actually being able to keep them and understanding their behavior and watching them and doing everything you can to better their lives, as well as help educate other people about them to hopefully get that spark going for so many other people's passions. And that's what we really have to worry about with things like this. This isn't going away, everybody. And this has nothing to do with Republican. It has nothing to do with Democrat, any of that polarizing stuff. This stuff was introduced under a previous, political thing, and this is going on under a different political thing. It has nothing to do with that. This is just people who have a very radicalized view about animals with a lot of money pushing their point of view. And then what we want to do is we love animals. We want to do right by them. We want to do the best by them. And by doing so, people like me who are all about education, all about spreading knowledge and passion, that's where it starts. And so if we can't do that, we can't help other people learn and love these animals too. And so what that means is that you might be wondering what we can do. And I'm sure, again, if you hear from Brian or a lot of the other people, you know about USARC. What USARC is basically our advocacy group / lobbyist group for the reptile community. They're the ones who have gone to bat for us before on a federal level involving the Lacey Act. They've gone to bat for us on a lot of places on a state basis, including here in Colorado. They let the people in the hobby know when we need to take action, when we need to contact our Fish and Wildlife Services, our local senators, our local government bodies, all about these things, so that way they can let them know, because more than likely they don't know what's going on. They just hear, animal abuse and immediately go, oh, that's bad. But it's not the full story, and it always paints a bad picture for us. And so that's why doing, groups like USARC make it very easy for us to take action. So after this, I absolutely recommend you go check out USARC. They make it very easy. So right now, going on with the bill for the federal level, if you go to their website, you click on the article, not only does it tell you everything that's in this new bill that's being proposed, it tells you what to do. There's a link where you can click on your local states, and it'll give a senator list for every single one of the 50 states and the senators in their state. You click on their name, it takes you to their website, and it allows you to fill out their stuff. They do it all for us. USARC does a whole lot for us. It makes it very easy for us to do so. They'll even have predetermined messages to give to the senators. So really all you have to do is just click the link, fill out the box, copy and paste, and then put in your name. And if you want to add a little blurb, always being professional, not radical, not violent, not threatening, but add a little thing extra if you feel the need to. But they do a very good job of that pre-populating message, and then you just send it right away. And they do a very good job of doing that. So if you do, please, if you love animals, if you love animal welfare, if you love education, if you want to be able to have these animals in our lives, not just this year, not just in the next 5 years, but in the next 30, 40, 50 years, please go check out USARC, try to stay informed, spread this message, not just my channel, all the other ones too. It means the world to me and a whole lot of other people if you could do that. So I don't know where he is going. So hopefully you guys, this was a bit of a bummer, more sober video, but it needs to be said. And I know that, people have a lot larger platforms to reach people out, but I feel I need to still say something about it too, because it is very important to me. And, it is a little bit selfish because I have, like I said earlier, I have spent a lot of time trying to figure out what I want to do, what I get out of things. And it turns out what I really enjoy and what I get is just talking about what I love, and that is animals, specifically these guys, and talking about my passion with other people and doing right by them and for them. And so I really, really do want to encourage everybody to see this. Please go check out USARC. It would be amazing if you could donate to them, because like I said, the people that are pushing these things, they have millions and millions of dollars in their pockets to push these agendas. We don't have millions and millions of dollars. But if you can't, and I totally understand that. I'm super strapped right now too. If you don't have the means to donate, please go check out that link, click their links, they make it super easy for you. It'll take you less than 5 minutes. Less than watching where are you going? Less than 2 or 3 TikToks. That's all it is, to help, spread the word to your senators, because more than likely they have no idea what's going on too. They're just being told very crazy speech, and they're getting, money in their pocket, or people that were given money to them, and they're trying to push that along too. Not demonizing anybody here right now, but that's what's needed. So if you could, please, please, please go check that out. I'll put a link down in the description of this video. But again, it's USARC, USARK, United States Association of Responsible Reptile Keepers. Please, please, please go check them out. Hope you, I don't know, got something from this video. I don't know if you can necessarily say you enjoyed it, but hopefully I did a good job of being very clear and trying to, soberly tell you guys that this is a big deal. It's not going away, and we really need to start paying attention to stuff like this. And this is the best way to get started with that. So if you can, go check them out. Go check out the other reptile YouTubes, because they have, I'm sure, do a better job than even I do of describing this. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you got to enjoy seeing Alpha again, because at least we got him out for this. Maybe you stuck around at least just to see his shiny little butt. Hope you're having a great day, and we'll check you next time.